Good morning and welcome to our morning devotion. Today might be a gray day, but I pray that the sunshine is just beaming in your heart because we have this promise in the story that we are studying that God is with us. And when God is with us, I have, and I know you have, and we can all embrace that we have this joy in our hearts that's sometimes unexplainable. But today, I want to dig a little bit more into some of the things that we don't normally talk about when we talk about the story of Jesus' birth. Today, I want to talk about the Holy Spirit. Now, when we look in the book of Luke, I love all of these little references to the Holy Spirit. And the first one that I see here is in Luke 1:34. And this is when Mary asked the angel, "How can this be? I've not been intimate with a man." And the angel replied to her, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. Therefore, the Holy One to be born will be called the Son of God." So Mary goes and visits Elizabeth. And when she gets to Elizabeth, and Elizabeth hears her voice, the baby within her, who's John the Baptist, leaps within her because it's so excited to see the mother of, or to hear the mother of the soon to be expected Messiah. What it says here is, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit, and she exclaimed with a loud cry, "You are the most blessed of women, and your child will be a blessing." Mary, then from there, Holy Spirit is just all around this, and Mary sings this beautiful song of praise in response. Going down a little bit farther, we look at Zechariah. And remember that his voice had been quieted and he couldn't speak. And that when Elizabeth went to name him, she said his name's going to be John, because that's what she'd been asked to name him. And so all of the people there looked over at Zechariah to confirm that yes, his name was to be John. And he wrote on a tablet, "His name is John." And immediately his mouth was opened, and his father, Zechariah, was filled with the Holy Spirit, and he prophesied. He prophesied praise. He prophesied about the Holy Covenant that had been brought down all the way from Abraham. He prophesied how this child that would be coming would be the Most High, and that because of God's merciful compassion, the dawn, being Jesus Christ from on high, will visit us to shine on those who live in darkness and the shadow of death, to guide our feet in the way of peace. I love all these little references here to the Holy Spirit. And we start to understand that the Holy Spirit is so influential in these people's lives, and that when he comes into their life, there is a response. So in our lives today, when we have that response to the things of Christ, when we have that response to when we hear about who Christ is and what he is doing, and when we read these stories and our response to that is a response of joy, we can be assured that the Holy Spirit is within us, because that is our response to him. Our response to Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit's response to Christ, is joy. I pray today that you find joy, that you find some time today to just sit and to be present in the Holy Spirit. May God bless you, and may you have a beautiful day.